Once in the early 50s, a couple of years after the Lubavitcher Rebbe assumed the leadership of the Chabad movement, as a young man came into the Rebbe for advice, for a blessing. The Korean War was raging, and this young man received a draft notice. And he had gone to the draft board, and they checked him up, and they said everything was all right. They were going to draft him. The problem is that before they accepted him, he had been to all sorts of doctors and psychiatrists and had certificates and letters explaining why he couldn't go into the army, and the army did not accept any of these excuses that he had. They were going to take him in, and he was desperate. And he made it clear to the Lubavitcher Rebbe that he didn't believe in Chabad, and he didn't believe in the Lubavitch, he didn't believe in Rebbes, and he didn't believe in miracles, that he was a normal, regular Jew. The Rebbe said, well, tell me, you have any problems with your eyes? He says, oh yeah, I have proof with my eyes. The Rebbe said, no. You have any problems with your feet? He said, oh yes, I have proof with that also. The Rebbe said, no. What about your knees? Yes, I have proof. The Rebbe went through organs and limbs and parts of his body. He had proof for everything. Doctors' letters. And they didn't accept it. The Rebbe said, what about your teeth? He said, my teeth I have no problems with. Not even a filling. The Rebbe said, go down to the draft board tomorrow and tell them that you have problems with your teeth. The young man left the Rebbe's office brokenhearted, hitting himself on the forehead. What did I tell the Rebbe that I don't believe in miracles? I don't believe in Rebbes. Why did I have to open my mouth? But he had no choice. The next day he went down to the draft board. He got to the last station. They were just about to accept him, and he yelled out, my teeth, I have problems with my teeth. They said, let's see your papers. They showed him the papers. You don't have any proof about your teeth. He said, well, I've got problems. They said, okay, we're going to send you to the dentist. He's going to check you up. If you are lying, then the punishment is going to be very big. He goes into the dentist. He's sitting with the dentist alone. The dentist closes his door. He opens up the young man's portfolio. He says, oh, your name is Grois, huh? You're one of those Jews, huh? He said, listen, we don't need Jews in the army. You people are and he starts cursing out the Jews. He hates the Jews. He stamps, you're out, get out. Disqualified. The man can't believe it. It's like in a dream. He walks through nobody's talking to him. He just shows everybody he's disqualified, out of the army. Gets in the first taxi, drives down to the Rebbe's headquarters, 770 Eastern Parkway, wants to see the Rebbe and say thank you. The secretaries of the Rebbe say, if everybody that the Rebbe helped wanted to say thank you, it would take twice as much time. Write it down on a letter, and we'll give it in. The young man sat down, wrote a letter of thanks, gave it to one of the secretaries. The secretary went into the Rebbe and showed him the letter. The Rebbe had a big smile on his face. He said, look at this. He said, the previous Rebbe, my father-in-law, he did a lot of miracles. All the miracles that he did, you can always explain them according to nature, because he wanted the person himself to come to the conclusion that it was God. But this young man, I saw that he was so thick-headed and so insensitive that if I left any little opening that it could have been according to nature, he would say it was nature. I had to do a miracle that the only way you could explain it was that it came from God. Well, that's future redemption. It says the Mashiach is going to do miracles greater than those that when we left Egypt. The miracles when we left Egypt didn't really convince the Jews. But the miracles Mashiach will do will be miracles like this. We'll see clearly that God is everywhere. He's involved in the world. He loves every single one of his creations. Zan Mofarnis l'kol, Meitiv l'kol, Meichin Mazon l'kol Briotav. He prepares food for each and every creation. And this great and tremendous love will be revealed one moment sooner if we do just one more good deed, say one more good word, even think one more good thought. That little bit of light can dispel a lot of darkness. And then we'll all be dancing together with Mashiach now.